Hey boys and girls, I'm going to do part 3, the last part of this aluminum project. I'm going to color it with some Sharpies and I am finished. If you look at this, you'll notice that things are a little different. One thing to keep in mind, and I totally forgot it myself even though I've told students a million times, when you're looking at this and you flip it over, it's backwards. So if you'll notice, I accidentally did this in the wrong spot, which is fine, which made me adapt what I did here because I didn't have room to do what I wanted to do. Hey, you roll with it. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of, fit things in where you can. And I did kind of just change a couple of things that I felt like were gonna look better once I got going. So this is really a guideline. It doesn't have to be a must for every detail. Definitely for the big stuff you want to have this, but for the little stuff you don't have to. The colored Sharpies, I've got a nice big set, but I have to tell you that these colors here, the pastel colors, really don't show up very well on here at all. So I'm kind of putting them aside. I tested them earlier and that's not my favorite. One of the things I want to say about this is when you take the time to draw all of this type of detail like I have here, what you don't want to do is just take a Sharpie marker and color in like a whole section or a whole building one color. If you've got the time to put into making this kind of detail, you need to put the same kind of time into the coloring. And definitely as a fifth grader, I know you know how to color. You've probably heard me say this before. I want to see how artful you can be and creative you can be, and I want you to challenge yourself with your craftsmanship, trying to do it as neatly and carefully as you can. No worries, but if you're trying your best, then it should show. So I'm going to start coloring this, and I'm going to pick the yellow for now for a couple of these. And switch. And it would make sense to use yellow in a few different places. This one kind of shows up lightly. It's a little bit more of like a yellow-orange color. I'm just going to do, maybe I'll do this section here. And when you color with the Sharpie on the metal, you just be very light about it, and it will stick really, really nicely. I was thinking about doing these kind of yellow-orange, orange, yellow. And maybe I'll do this one. And neat and careful as best you can, making sure you're really getting in all, kind of covering it well. Let's see, I might do this one here. And then, I didn't plan that as well as I should have. Maybe I'll do this magenta one up here. Stick with a warm color. Coloring on metal is a little different. It's kind of fun. What you don't want to do is fall off too far into your grooves. Try to keep your grooves kind of clean if you can. That will help with your craftsmanship. Okay, well, I'm going to take the time to get this all colored in, and I will show you then a picture of what it looks like when I am done. I hope you have fun coloring yours. Can't wait to see them.